Welcome to the Incoherent Podcast. Welcome back for episode 13 of the Incoherent Podcast. I'm here with Zach and Hoover again. So, boys, how was work?
I didn't work this week.
Did you actually not work this week? You off all week?
No.
You was at work? Just say, what are we doing so late for then? Yeah. What did you just get up to over the weekend?
Little bits of arc.
Little bits of arc. We'll get to arc later. We'll get to arc later.
I didn't get many hours in on arc this week. Just checked my dinosaurs, made sure they were alive.
Yeah, right. I don't believe you.
Why not?
Because I was playing with you and we weren't feeding dinosaurs.
No, but that was to set up something else.
Well, you did play Battlefield for a bit though.
We did get a few hours in on Battlefield, double points weekend. So
yeah, you can play it for free. So if you had a PlayStation 5, Hoover, you would have been able to play for nothing.
Well,
the weekend.
That brings me to my question: how'd you go, Hoover?
Ooh, we don't know yet. We just have to wait.
What?
No, but did you talk to Brayson about that one I rang you about?
Oh yeah, I did. His mother's already sorted one out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it isn't the one that I was looking at.
What do
You
you
get a
mean?
Pro.
No, it's a digital.
Oh
yeah, the one I
without
rang
the
you
disc.
about.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte one or whatever it is.
Yeah, it doesn't have a disc drive.
No,
You can buy
No.
the disc drive separately to plug in with the USB so you can use your PS4 games.
it's all right. I'll just use my PS4 for PS4 games.
Yeah, I thought that too, and then my PS4 died.
Yeah, the only drama with that is they're going to start phasing PS4 out.
Yeah.
So you won't, even now,
It
like
won't
to
get
go,
updates and stuff, and it'll slowly phase out.
yeah, even now, like to go and buy something at EB Games for PS4, fucking ridiculous. I
Yeah.
tried to buy
That's
new controllers for the kids to play mine, but yeah, I think they'll end up with the 5 and I'll use it and buy myself a PC as well.
So, Hoover, we were supposed to play Call of the Wild this weekend. You didn't show up.
Man, it's been a busy weekend.
But you did
Hoover
play
was in the
golf.
wild.
You did play golf.
No, I didn't play golf.
What was you sending photos at the friggin' Crown?
Oh, yeah. No, I was there on Friday night.
But not playing golf.
No,
What
I
did you
just
show?
thought I'd take a picture of the hole. No, it was Charlie's formal.
So you sent me a picture of a hole.
Yeah. Well, I was walking back over to the car trailer.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I thought, oh, if I send you this, you will be like, what the fuck are you doing there?
Yeah, well, backfired because I knew exactly why you were there.
Yo. All right, so we're going to try and trial something because we've got our golf hits. Still don't know when we're playing golf because we can't match it up. But
Well,
we're going to try.
we talked about it.
Hey?
We talked about the golf this weekend, but then we come up with another game plan for this weekend.
Oh yeah, we did.
So,
Yeah, no, we're gonna try and record some PlayStation 5 stuff. We just got to work out the rules and that. Where we verse each other. Is it going to be 7 days to die?
I don't know. Apparently, I do have it. It's already on me PlayStation.
Yeah, no, you have it. You've done it before. We played on it before. That's the one where I took off and fell into the bottom of a house and lost all my shit and we were fucking around for ages trying to get it back.
It's kind of a shit game, if that's the one. Nah, we'll be right. We'll sort something out. I
don't want to play you in Ark.
Why not?
I don't know. I've got 120 hours in Ark. How many have you got?
I can't recall.
Fuck off.
So, Jason thinks I've got a little bit of an obsession with Ark because I have nearly 1,300 hours.
That's like every day for nearly fucking the last 6 months it's been out. It's been out for like 12 months though.
Longer than that because it come out on PC when you were living at Bulga still.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
1,300 hours.
I downloaded it on PC when I was at your house working at Mount Thorley for those couple of weeks.
Yeah. Mm.
But
so did you just watch any sport this week?
I caught glimpses. I've been keeping tabs on the cricket, so that's a couple of big news.
When's the men's Big Bash start?
Once the girls finished. Yeah, when the girls finish, they start.
Oh, really?
It's in the next week or two because they play it over Christmas and stuff.
I think it's 2 weeks' time.
Okay. I just thought it was weird that it's getting really late in the year and they're not playing it. But
Mm-hmm.
big news today was Khawaja was ruled out for Australia.
Yeah.
And then Mark Wood's been ruled out for England as well. So big talks leading into the series about how the England bowling attack would hold up and whether they'd get through the full series. And they played 2 games and now Mark Wood's injured and can't play game 2.
Yeah.
He played 2 days of cricket. It's not that bad. He didn't even bowl that many overs.
To be honest, they did get smashed, so it's probably got something to do with it.
Oh,
maybe he's scared.
He did ask the English coaching staff whether he could drive from Perth to the Gabba. Well, he thought it was just a small drive until they showed him on Google Maps how many days it would take him to drive across Australia to get to Queensland.
Through the desert. What, did they tell him that he has to go around the outside? He can't go through the middle?
I don't know, but yeah, I had a bit of a laugh when I read that story.
Yeah.
Khawaja, there was talks after the first test whether he's played his last game for Australia. I don't know whether he's played his last game, but if Head opens this week, comes out and scores runs and really dominates that position, I don't see how Khawaja can get back in when it frees up another spot for an all-rounder in the middle order. You still got injuries and stuff to allow Khawaja to come back in, but I don't know.
Or what if they're up like 4-0 in the series, that 5th test, and they just give him a send-off in the 5th test? Yeah. I know that he was a bit disappointing in the last test because of his hurt back and playing golf and all of that stuff, but he's still been a pretty strong player for Australia for a long time and deserves a fair send-off.
Yeah, he probably deserves his send-off. If I'm looking for a send-off, I'm probably going to want to do it at home, and his home grounds at the Gabba.
Yeah.
He's going to miss out on that.
I don't think it'll be his last test, to be honest. I think he'll be there somewhere.
He's 38 years old.
38?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of youngsters coming through, and the way that, we've dealt with blooding people in the past, I think is a perfect opportunity to blood a new opener in.
Whatever happened to that young fella that...
Constas?
Yeah, the young fella, that messed up with fucking India. Stirred them up something shocking.
I don't disagree with him not being selected. I think Jofra Archer and Wood bowling 148, 149 kilometres at him. I think he's not going to face that. Bumrah, he quick. He's Archer and Wood, they're a lot more at the body, and 150 clicks at the body. He's only young. Just leave him be. Let him keep scoring runs in Shield cricket. Build that confidence, playing proper cricket shots.
He plays cricket like me. Just attack the ball.
I got nothing against him.
The only thing you're attacking is a fucking zinger box.
Mate, the rule was Zach said that when me and Adrian ever were batting together, we just had to see it out. Yeah. So as soon as Adrian said that to me, you know what we done? Charge every ball. Hey, and that was the game that we outscored Zach. Both of us outscored Zach.
Game out of ever.
We won. Hey, we won that game for you.
You know what I was thinking the other day? If they changed the spelling of Jim to KFC, I'd probably go a lot more.
Looking at you, you go pretty good.
Hey?
Looking at you, you go there enough.
I went there the other day. I love me Colonel deep fried.
Nah, shit.
I love it.
You can see.
I'd have playing Battlefield almost all weekend. So been smashing through the challenges and stuff and having a ball, really. I've been really enjoying it. I was keeping an eye on the supercars. Their grand final was last weekend with the 3 races. Chaz Mostert come through with the win. It was the first year they've had their final series. Normally they just have their championship points. You just accumulate points. Whoever's at the top of the end of the season wins. But this year they've implemented a finals format where you get knocked out and stuff. And a lot of people are split. The way that I see it, it made the racing more exciting at the end of the year. Because every other year, you get to about Bathurst and Shane Van Gisbergen or Jamie Whincup or someone's already wrapped the championship up well before the end of the season. There's still 4 or 5 weekends to go. I think the final thing is a good thing, but a lot of people are a bit upset because Brock Feeney's had a almost perfect season, and he had one bad race on Sunday where he got turned around and then had engine trouble and ended up coming 20th and missed out on winning the grand final, basically. Is it really that different to Canberra Raiders, who went through the season, won the minor premiership, were looking really good, and then got screwed over in extra time against Brisbane? It's not really that different, is it? That's just sport.
Yeah. But see, that's like in Speedway. I follow the Speedway. Like in the sprint cars, we've
It's the only
we've
sprinting you
watched
do.
we've watched like A mains, the feature race and all that, where it's 30 laps, you've probably got 30 drivers in there. Plus they're only small tracks. You have like the leader, he's going through lap cars, and we've seen it where lap cars have taken the leader out and couldn't finish the race.
Yeah,
We've seen it where he got taken out on the last lap. He was on the last corner and got taken out and was flipped, and yeah, he lost the race because of a lap car.
yeah,
Like the stewards and all that, they do get in the headsets and do tell like the other drivers and all that. They're coming up behind and hold your line and all that. But yeah, it's just racing, pretty
yeah,
much. It's bad luck. There's not much you can do about it. A lot of drivers do know that yeah, they're sitting in 30th and they're not going to be able to win or anything. But
yeah,
you got some other ones that just want to still get a decent place.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just the luck of the draw, really.
I know that in racing, it seems the drivers front and centre and all of that, but it is a team sport. You've got all your mechanics, you've got your managers, people that do the strategy. The car itself is a completely different element as well, so it's still a team sport. It's not an individual sport. I think that the final series has added something to the supercars. It was some people were watching it, some people weren't. I know a lot of people stopped watching it when Foxtel took over most of the races and stuff, which doesn't bother me because I've got KO anyway because they've got a rugby league channel. I can watch NFL. I can watch KO all year round. It's worth the money for me. But some people, they only watch the V8s and or only the supercars. They refuse to watch it on Foxtel because they refuse to pay for it. But I think it added something. To be honest, the races that I've seen this year, because supercars is hard for me to watch with work because most weekends when it's on, I'm at work and it's hard to follow. It's been a pretty good season. Like race one, Cam Waters, or the first weekend, I think Cam Waters won all 3 races and just was smashing it. It's been a good season. Well done to Chaz Moss. It's his first championship ever. It is a bit marred by this final series thing, but if the final series stays here for the next 25 years, it's not going to really matter, is it? Where if they only do it short term and then go back to the old system, well, that's when he's got an asterisk next to his name because he won on different terms. So you just have to see what happens.
I can get around either way. Final series.
Do you think though? Because I know what your thinking is because you watch EPL, and EPL it is the most points in the season wins.
Yeah,
if
that's
EPL
right.
went to a final system like the NRL, would you find that more exciting than what it is now?
No,
you don't think so?
No, I don't think it would bring that excitement because in in the EPL, even the Liga, Bundesliga, like all those, there's already so many games. Look at the EPL at 38. That's just season games.
Yeah, but they play each other 3 times.
That's right. But
if you only played each other twice and didn't play each other 3 games, that frees up a lot of.
They're not going to shorten that season over there because of all the.
They'd make too much money off it.
But yeah, so I don't think a final series in that aspect would work. But
yeah,
I guess there's no why it couldn't either.
I do agree with you.
I can get around either way. Like,
I think they already do have a final series. It's just played out differently because it's called Champions League. That's a final series.
To an extent.
Best of the best in the world playing, or best of the best in Europe playing against each other to see who's the best in Europe, and then you get the Club World Cup. They do have a final series in a way.
Nah. Because you can win Europa and then go off to the Champions League.
Yeah.
Europa's already a whole different league again.
Yeah, but that's just your wild card, though.
It brings more strategy. Like I said, I can get around either direction, whatever direction it goes. I'm not a big V8s fan. I mean, they ruined it when they got rid of Holden Ford. We've discussed this.
I'm all about Supra. So now that Chaz Mostert's won, that means the number 1 goes to the Supra in its debut season. I think that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to Supra. I'm Team Supra all the way. I love Supras. Supras and Skylines. Bring Skylines to the supercars.
They're not supercars, but...
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to cut this broadcast short.
Why? What's wrong with Skylines?
Are you 12?
No. I like R35s. They're good. Anyway.
How good does the Ford look as Red Bull? The Red Bull colours on the board.
I couldn't care what colours they are.
It looks good, I reckon.
How good Ravens go, Johnson?
We'll get to that too. Wasn't very pleased watching it. They got a couple of touchdowns taken off them. Well, not taken off them. One of them was dropped over the line.
They had so many fumbles. That was shit.
The one that went over the end zone, that was punched out.
I was watching the game on the way home from work. They said the amount of fumbles they had in that game was more than what they had all last season.
That sounds about right. Boy, welcome to being it's like being a Ravens fan. As soon as I'm like, nah, I'm going to support the Ravens. As soon as that happened, it only took me about 3 weeks to realise I've just supported the Newcastle Knights of the fucking NFL.
I was about to say
because they got their quarterback that's paid more than anyone else, and every time he's always injured. No, he doesn't play enough, and this and that.
What's his name? Kalen Ponga?
No, Lamar Jackson is basically Kalen Ponga for the Ravens, and they whinge about the same stuff and want to get rid of him, and he gets paid too much and doesn't do enough, and it's every season. I'm supporting the Newcastle Knights of the friggin' NFL, and I'm sticking with it. I realised this really quickly. But while we're on NFL, there's a lot of teams. I think the Raiders are out now. They can't make the finals. There's probably a few others that are around about there, but there's a few teams, good teams, that probably need to get their finger out of their ass and have a good go of it over the next couple of weeks, because the finals are only a couple of weeks away. The Ravens are one of them, and the other one's probably the Chiefs. Patriots, they've won 11 this season, 10 in a row, which is a pretty good achievement, and they're looking really, really good. The young quarterback is killing it. So
I think the Chiefs are done.
I think the Chiefs are done.
6-6 record. I don't think they. All right, there's a chance that they scrape together, get a wild card,
they'll still make it. They'll still make it. They're in the AFC side of the things, which is probably the strongest side of the NFC. AFC's probably got the stronger teams in it. Doesn't mean they're always going to win. Like Philadelphia are still thereabouts, but you know. But you got the Detroit Lions. They can have a crack at it. I think I really like the LA Rams. I think the Rams are going to go through, win it. I'd have to touch up on what side which is on, because there is 32 teams, and I've only been following it for a little bit.
About 8 weeks ago, you were all about the Ravens, and the Ravens are going to win it, and they're the best.
The Ravens still can win it.
No, they can't.
The Ravens can still win it.
They're
still thereabouts. They're not out of it yet.
Yeah,
the Ravens are a very, very good team that when they click, they're almost unbeatable.
The Knights are going to win another premiership too. I just don't know whether it's going to be before 2050 or not.
Is that the Knights W or the Knights men's?
W.
Well,
W.
I think the W's wrapped up by Brisbane and the Roosters for the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
And the worst thing is, you've got those two teams in the NRLW, and they keep putting more teams in, and it's not working. It's not thinning them out enough. Don't know what to do. Don't the Warriors come back in next year, or they come in this year?
They were in this year.
Oh, okay.
They just missed out on the...
Which ones are going in next year?
I think the drama with the W, yeah, you've got that sort of like a cat, I guess. It is a cat, but I think we're finding a lot of younger women coming through that are getting picked up. I think because there is so little teams, and there's such a big area to pick from, because you're picking from all over Australia. And women's football is becoming more popular throughout all the local leagues. Like you see through all competitions now, they've got a league tag and a tackle team. So there's more and more women getting involved. And
yeah,
I think the NRL, I know they want to wait until they can generate their own money and revenue and everything, but I think at one point or another, the NRL and the government probably need to bite the bullet and go, do it this way, match the same as the men. Government's turned around and thrown money to Papua New Guinea to bring their team in. But yeah, we've got a league on our own back door, and they're not putting any money to support that.
I reckon they need to start doing more double headers with the teams. With what the W sides are now, they should start doing more double headers.
I think they should do a national reserve grade with the NRL and the women's, and have a whole day of it when you go to the footy. And you can work it around. They can still have their 2:00 NRL games. You just play the NRLW later, and then you could have two channels on Fox Sports, one for the women's. Just do it that way. They can generate their own money with advertisements and sponsors, because then it can be its own separate product. But on the day, you play a women's reserve grade, you play a women's first grade, you play a men's reserve grade and first grade as well. And then extend the benches to 6, and 2 players from the reserve grade can sit on the bench as concussion replacements. Once a player is concussed or hurt intentionally, is that the rule, that if they're hurt intentionally and it injures them or takes them out of the game?
Foul play.
Yeah, foul play. Yeah. They can come in then. So you've still got your 18th man, but you extend that to a 19th man. And if you're ruled out through concussion, that activates that reserve grade player that's already played that day.
But I think the only drama with playing the women's and the reserve grade is the Thursday and the Friday night games.
Yeah.
And
possibly when PNG come in with the Perth Bears,
I think we'll go back to Monday
as well.
I'm a fan.
Tuesday, Wednesdays off.
I used to love Monday night footy. Especially with
I don't have anything against Monday night footy. Remember that year that we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday? They can put another game on a Sunday, but I think they're going to go to a Monday night game. Either that, or they're going to have a Sunday night game every week. Where now they have 4:00. That's the end of the round. I think they'll have a 7:30, 7:00 Sunday game.
They won't probably do that, because normally everyone sits down and watches the news Sunday night and winds down to get ready for work on Monday.
When was the last time you watched the news, Hoover?
Watch the weather to see what's going on.
Most people do that shit on their phones. I don't watch the news. I don't even watch normal TV. The only time that I put normal TV on is for State of Origin and the Grand Final. Otherwise, I watch Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney, everything else.
You've got too much money.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have too much money. I get bored.
But, yeah, I think those teams that play Thursday, Friday, possibly Monday, your reserve grade and your women's team would still play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you would play those development squads, those teams coming through in the morning, followed by those reserve grade.
Well, the way that it would work is that you have a 1-for-1 team. So every team has a women's team, every team has a reserve grade team, and then they all play each club at the same time. So if you have the Dolphins play Perth and the Broncos play Canberra, those women's games, and that's on the Friday and the Saturday, you play those games on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
I think that one's going to be hard.
It ruins your...
That's the time zone.
But your 18th and 19th man, those for reserve grade have got to play before your Thursday and Friday. You're not going to get that 18th and 19th man from your reserve grade squad. That's where it's going to become difficult. So teams are going to have to carry fresh 18 and 19. They get used during the NRL. That's all well and good. They're fresh. They can go back. But if they're away, reserve grade teams playing in Brisbane or in North Queensland, you got to jump straight on the plane, which a lot of them do now. Fly home, get 6 hours sleep, get up, try and be fresh enough to play to the best of your ability for your team that afternoon.
What if they go back to playing games at the same time and just pick which game you want to watch? You still have the replay that you can go back and watch if you want to watch the other game.
Nah.
No.
I like watching them live.
Do you remember when they did that on Foxtel where you could pick which game you wanted to watch?
Yeah.
I think it takes away too much of the broadcasting because a lot more people will watch a game live than what they will to go back and watch a replay. Like we noticed the other week with the Ashes on, and to get up with social media now, you wake up 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
First thing you do 9 times out of 10, is you check. Australia won. I'm not going to bother watching it. It was 32-6. Like it's a whitewash.
Yeah.
And that's where the NRL will look at it that way, that for them to keep generating more and more money, they're going to want that live play and have people watching live football.
Yeah.
But I think there's got to be, and I know some teams do it, the supporters packs and stuff like that. So away games. Me being a Hoover, being a New Zealand supporter, it's a bit hard for him to just jump on a plane and go over to Mount Smart and watch them play.
And he could if he wanted to.
He could, but
if they make it a weekend,
if the NRL or the Warriors or North Queensland or Perth and that,
I sort of want to go for a weekend and watch a game in New Zealand. I'd love to do that. Obviously, you'd want to do that more, but I said to Zach a while ago, I'm like, should we just buy tickets and just fly over to Perth for the weekend and fucking watch the first Perth Bears game in Perth? And he's like, no.
I know how that would go down with all of our wives.
You don't know my wife that well.
I know exactly how it's going to go down with you and your wife. We'll end up with you being
still here.
I can go. Oh, yeah, that's another thing with the trivia, too. You can't use your phones. Hoover will know if you use your phone. Hands on your head.
But I just... There's so many different variables as to how they'll... I just think they'll generate more cash flow, especially with Perth and PNG coming in. You're going to have supporters here in Australia supporting PNG. They're not going to.
What if the NRL goes, all right, Channel 7, Channel 9, and all that, they come up for broadcast rights. What if we go, we'll give you the women's game, and they just play it on 2 different channels?
Well, see, the girls is on 9 games.
Yeah, no, I know that. But what if ABC goes, all right, I'll take it, or Channel 7 goes, all right, we'll take that.
But
and
it's
they
only
just play all the women's games on their channel. as a separate sort of thing. And then you have Channel 9 has the men's.
KO still watches them. I still watch it.
Yeah, because
KO.
that's the way the broadcast deal was brought up. That's the way that it's written up.
I don't think they're gonna. I personally don't think KO's gonna let him go. I think KO's gonna be the ones that come in and try and get the whole broadcasting deals.
Yeah, well, are they gonna offer to have a women's rugby league channel?
They could,
where it's only women's rugby league, and have so that it does look like their own competition, and you can only follow the women. There's a men's channel, women's channel.
Yeah, there's no reason why they can't. People are gonna.
You could still do the first grade reserve grade thing that way, because they wouldn't all be playing at the same ground. But on the occasion that you have a Saturday or a Sunday where you can have all 4 games on the same day, you can do that. But on a Friday and a Thursday night, they just play at a different location. Maybe the women play in Brisbane while the men play in Canberra. They still play the same teams, but you take reserve grade men, first grade and reserve grade men go to Canberra and play. Because you could play, it's only that 6 o'clock Friday game that it's going to be like, all right, we'll play at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Reserve grade could play it then.
That's what I mean.
What you got to remember is too, most of those girls that are playing in the NRLW have full-time jobs.
And that's where they'd have to get serious with the caps and make them.
That's what I mean, though. They've got a full season that they can sell to a network to generate more money that goes back to the players and can make all players full-time and then have a salary cap, not like they have now where there's only like 2 players that are allowed to have a full salary. That's what I mean. If Canberra's playing Brisbane this week, the men play in Canberra and the women play in Brisbane, and then when you play them the second time round or whatever, you swap it.
But then it'll be the same with the reserve graders. They'd need a proper wage because a lot of them still work. So if you're going to be in Canberra on Friday to play football or warm up at 3 o'clock on a Friday arvo, flying down from Brisbane, you lose a whole day's pay. So you'd have to, the club would have to pay you enough to accommodate you losing money from your day job.
Well, I think that's why we don't have a national reserve grade, and they use the New South Wales and Queensland Cup. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the Storm are putting a team in the New South Wales Cup next year. They've got to travel up every second week at least. They've got to do that. They can't just travel up on Saturday morning and play Saturday and go home.
It can. They can get on a plane at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday.
There's only 30 players in an NRL team that have a full-time contract. The rest are development players and,
that's
all
right.
of that.
So
and then
to go, if you go to a national reserve grade, you go from 30 players out to 40.
But you'd have to mirror it with the women's game, which would mean it'd be exactly the same anyway.
Well, that's the thing. Not every team has a team for the girls.
Not yet, because there's probably not enough depth.
Well, see, the Warriors were in it to start off with, and then
that was through
and then
that was
they
through
had
COVID.
to pull it out.
That was COVID.
They had to pull out.
I think that was because of COVID, and they didn't. They tried to get back in, and they didn't let them back in. I think they tried to establish it in Australia. I'm pretty confident that when PNG come in, they'll come in with the women's team straight away.
No.
I think that's what will happen.
I think there's a lot of other NRL teams that are pushing for a women's team already. That
a lot of them didn't apply for a women's team too. They weren't quite ready, and they were trying to establish the grassroots of it, development stuff before they did apply for it.
But now they've got to apply every year, and so you
can't just throw 17 teams straight away.
You got to look
at it now that it has got more teams now compared to when it had 6.
You can't throw PNG women in there ahead of these other teams that have been waiting in the wind for the last 5 years.
Oh, I 100% agree with you. I understand where you're coming from, but I think that's what's going to happen is they're going to have a women's team up and ready to go while they're going to develop. They're going to set up the development phase for the men's and the women's at the same time, and they'll bring them in at the same time.
But what you got to look at too is, like, you bring the women's side in, right? You look at the women's PNG side versus Australia. How many girls that are playing in the women's league now are going to go to PNG.
You got the same. That's the same argument with the men's.
That's the thing, but it's already two major teams that are winning everything in the girls' side now. You can't throw another team in there that's going to get their ass handed to them by 90 points every week.
Yeah, I still don't agree with PNG being coming into the competition because I don't see it being successful for that very reason of the Roosters can go, you can come here, play for us for a lot less money than what PNG is going to have to offer to keep them in that country. You come into Australia to live in a better country under better conditions with your family and stuff. You're going to take that over. Loyalty only goes so far when you can provide more for your family.
Yeah.
Is it really providing more?
Are the NRL or the Australian government going to develop PNG into a first world country? They've already said that they're doing a resort for them to go and live in. So PNG people will be going to a resort in PNG to live, to play footy.
Yeah. I don't think the locals that they pick to play in that squad would live in the resort. But I also don't think that a lot of the people that do decide to go, I think it may have been Katoa the other day. Yeah. I was reading that he's announced that he's open to this idea of going over there.
Yeah,
and because
there'll be players that want to go over there and want to do something, but there'll be players there that that won't have an Australian citizenship that can't come back. That's different if you're from PNG, you've been living in Australia playing for the Melbourne Storm, you've got an Australian citizenship. You can go over there, help them out for a couple of years and do the right thing by your country because you've got something to fall back on.
Yeah, but I think
if you're a young player coming through killing it, and you're offered to come over to Australia, stay here so long, get an Australian citizenship, I just don't see how it's going to work.
I think there'll be exemptions put in place where the big sort of 6 teams can't just rape and pillage through there and take the pick of the crop.
That's what I mean. That's what I think is going to happen.
But then
I think they're going to take the best. They're going to take the best of the PNG Chiefs players, bring them to Australia for a lot less money than what PNG is going to be able to offer them. The money that they're going to be able to offer them is going to be a lot of money. It's going to help.
That's all well good. That might be the opportunity to come to Australia, but the cost of living from to be in Australia is not going to be worth it for the less money than earning a proper wage, being at home in their country where it doesn't cost as much to live.
Yeah.
It's not going to balance. Yeah, you get to come to Australia, but your wage isn't going to balance out. It's no different. You'd be better off coming over on a train and trial deal.
Yeah. But at the same time, I've never set foot in PNG. I don't know what the living conditions are actually like.
No.
So it might be a lot better than what I think. I might be just talking fucking smack.
I don't know.
I just know that a lot of people have the same sort of opinion. The fact that they've got to build a compound for them to live in, they can't just go over there, buy a house, on the main street in Port Moresby is a bit concerning.
That's a lot to do with the culture too. Even when you go to fucking Qatar, you just can't go over there and buy a house. You've got to earn your citizenship, everything before you're allowed to buy.
I'm pretty sure you've got to do that. You don't have to do that. You do. You can just buy whatever.
But I think that'll be a lot to do with that, the heritage and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. PNG. I think,
While we're on rugby league, there was a couple of signings that I took notice to. So the Perth Bears have signed Toby Sexton for 27-28. So I'm guessing they've got their halfback. They're still chasing Wishart. I know that Wishart's going over to have talks with them. They've signed Sexton. Where's Wishart play? Is it going to be hooker or 6?
6.
6?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wishart goes to 6. Or is a big enough body that he can play 13. I don't think he goes over there and plays hooker. I think there's enough hookers coming through the ranks that Perth will land an out-and-out hooker, whether it be a young hooker or one that's sort of coming towards the end of his time. But I think they'll land a hooker.
Yeah.
I think, if they do land Wishart, I think he plays 6 or 13, gets his hands on the ball, plays that ball runner. Yeah. Of signings, I'm very fucking disappointed. Cowboys have signed Matt Lodge.
That was the other one I noticed. I was about to ask you what your
I've
thoughts
been
were
saying
on
for a
that.
couple of years we've needed to bolster our forward pack because we're getting long in the tooth, and the young ones coming through, they can't hold on to the ball.
I don't think he's going there to replace McLean. I think he's a depth signing.
Oh, 100%.
It's just, you know who he is.
He's not going there to be a starter. He'll come off the bench. I think Griffin Neem's going to be a starter, or Cohen.
I don't even think he'll be on the bench. I think he'll be in Queensland Cup.
Yeah.
And he'll come in for injuries. He'll be just injury coverage. All right. So the other rugby league, rugby 360 has been delayed until 2028 because obviously they can't get a competition off and running in 12 months. What does that mean for Lomax and Pappenhausen, you reckon? Do you reckon they just come back to league? Lomax can't come back to league unless he goes back to Parramatta, and I don't think Parramatta are going to take him back.
Might be going to the Dragons or...
I've seen Dragons and I've seen Tigers.
I think I've also seen
Eels. I think I've seen Eels because
I think it might have been
Jason Riles used to work together at the Storm. Hey,
yeah, I think it was either the Dragons or Parramatta. He was looking. They said he could link up with.
I did see something about the Tigers, but
I don't think he goes back to the Tigers system.
Well, you never know. I'm pretty sure when he was at the Tigers was when Tedesco was still there, and they took Tedesco.
I don't know. I just
who do you think who had the better career, Pappenhausen or Tedesco?
Well, Tedesco has.
Yeah.
But in saying that, if Pappenhausen didn't fucking shatter his leg 2 years ago,
yeah, no, you're right.
Pappenhausen's a totally different player than what he is today.
But they're two players that show that the junior system at West Tigers can bring some good players through. They just can't hold on to them. And the other thing is, like, this week, you've had the most Tigers thing ever. They've just sacked their board because they said that the jersey was too orange. Oh, no, because the board signed off on a jersey that was too orange and looked too Balmain. They're the fucking West Tigers. Like,
speaking of jerseys,
too orange.
How fucking gay is the Brisbane logo?
Oh, no,
it looks like
good on
Jonesy. Draft symbol.
It look good on Jonesy.
It's a Carlton draft symbol.
It is the Carlton draft symbol, actually.
Yeah,
I looked at it the other day, and I hate Brisbane. That's just a passion of mine.
All these logos, the reason they keep changing them to the way that they are is because the NRL's made a thing where they have to simplify their logos and minimise them for the future. They've got a certain time period that they need to change it. That's why they're doing what this is.
Yeah,
I'm more disappointed. The Knights changed theirs. All they did was turn the fucking thing around. And still, it's been like it for ages, and I still think it's the wrong way around. I just liked it the other way. But they reckon it's looking forward. Who's to say it's left and right? It's not forward or back.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's looking up because he's just spent long on the bottom.
I think the Panthers have changed theirs, or they're changing theirs as well. But
there was talk of Penrith, but
as the owner of the West Tigers, to sack your board because your jersey is too orange is the most West Tigers thing you could fucking do.
Yeah. That
was so stupid.
I'm still stuck on Brisbane's logo and I cannot get around it.
Yeah. I was thinking with this 360 thing, where they've delayed it because they obviously realise they can't get a competition up and running in time. They've got all this money to burn to throw at players to establish an elite rugby union competition. Why don't they invest that money into an already established competition and just bring better players in? For example, Major League Rugby in America, where there's a big population that if they get behind it and you promote it, get people following it over there and bring all the best players over there and make that the elite competition rather than we have to start our own competition and be all legit and stuff.
Tell the truth, I don't reckon it's even going to go ahead.
Well, it'd be a pretty good sign that it's not. And it's only, a week after Lomax left?
Yeah.
If they announced this last week, does he still walk out? I don't think so.
Coming back to that Lomax Parramatta thing, I know there was the clause about him having to come back, or he couldn't sign for another team.
He can't sign for another NRL team for 4 years.
Which
is pretty much his career over. And the only other option, he's looking at Super Rugby. He'll get a big contract in the Super League. He wanted to travel the world. There's your opportunity. You got French rugby.
Parramatta's open themselves up to some kind of lawsuit, because if they because
that's what the agreement was.
Doesn't matter. But if they then turn around and say, "Nah, we are not going to sign you," he should be able to go and sign with whoever the fuck he wants, because they haven't lost any money. They have lost nothing. They got all his contract back to go and spend it on somebody else.
I think they've lost a little bit. Well, they've put faith in him for 5 years. They've signed a player for 5 years, so they've seen potential to build a team with him in it. And then he's gone, no, I don't want to be here anymore. That's a 5-year plan where they've then got to find a replacement.
It's no different to any other player that walks out on their contract and signs with somebody else.
It's not, and he can come back to the NRL. But there's also been clauses where people can't sign. Like Reece Walsh wasn't allowed to sign with the Dolphins, but he could go back to Brisbane.
That's right.
They've done things like this before.
Turned around and said, "We don't want you. We want to sign Kalen Ponga." Then all 4 Reece Walsh go into the Dolphins, and that's that's the thing. If Parramatta turn around and say,
want Kalen Ponga.
No, nobody wants Ponga except the Knights, and I don't even think they want him.
And the Roosters.
Brisbane didn't want to play Reece Walsh either. That's what the Warriors, and then the Warriors gave him a chance.
Yeah.
As soon as Brisbane seen that he went straight to fullback and pushed one of the best fullbacks out of the wing, Brisbane's like, "Oh, we'll take you back now."
I really believe if you walk out on a contract like that, you should have to sit out 12 months and not play. You can't train, can't play at all.
I reckon too. If you walk out,
when Gordon Tallis left the Dragons, he signed with Brisbane, and then the Super League thing happened, and then it went away, and he'd come back, and he just chose to sit out a year and not get paid or anything, so he could go and play for Brisbane because that's where he wanted to be, and that's what it should be.
You think Parramatta, if they get the opportunity to sign him, they do, and they sign him on less money because he walked out.
Yeah, but he won't want to stay. That's the thing, and then he'll be like, "I'm homesick and want to go."
That's right. He'll get it. He'll get a release regardless, and the Parramatta's going to have to look at it and go, "Hang on."
Well, I believe in the same thing. We haven't lost any money,
but whatever.
If a player from Brisbane goes to Canberra and signs a contract in Canberra, and they get down there and they're like, "Oh, I'm homesick. I want to go home," and that's how they get their release. You have to sit out 12 months. If you can't just let them, just go back, it'll be fine. There's got to be some sort of, wait, you really want to go back because you're not going to be able to play footy for 12 months if you do, and give them an ultimatum.
Needs to be
don't play for 12 months and you can go, or you stay and stick it out and we release you. But the clubs and players are as bad as each other at getting out of contracts. It's just whatever suits whichever one at the time.
It's no different to any other job in the world.
No, it's not. It is a little bit. Have you ever been to a job and then gone onto Facebook and found out that your job is offering you to other companies? That's what happens in the NRL.
That's just that job. But
Jamal Fogarty, he didn't even know that he was getting shopped off to other clubs. That's why he's got the shits with the Gold Coast, is because he found out on the radio driving home from training, the Gold Coast was shopping him around. And then they didn't tell him anything about it.
If you sat down and read through your actual work contract, there'd be clauses in there that would get you out of your contract or get them out of their contract. It is no different. That's why the NRL and each club, they've got these amount of lawyers.
I think the NRL should ban the clauses where you can renegotiate after 3 years on a 5-year deal. If you sign a 5-year deal, you sign a 5-year deal. You don't get another shot in 3 years.
The NRL's got to crack down on these players.
That's what I think they should do. They should have they should have players and clubs shouldn't be able to renegotiate halfway through a contract. If you sign a contract, you sign that contract. If you only want them for 3 years and then renegotiate, you sign them for 3 years. If you want them for the full 5 years, you sign them for the full 5 years. Plain and simple. Ready for some redemption trivia? I've got the rules of redemption trivia. You get 3 questions. The winner from this week comes up with questions next week.
I was going to say...
You want me just to do it each week and then I don't lose...
No, I was going to say that's fucking bullshit. If you do it each week, you know the questions.
I don't lose anything right now. It's only between you two to lose it. So if you win, Hoover, and you lose a shot off your hit thing, so your one shot that you've got, it goes to Zach. So Zach goes to 4. But if Zach wins, he goes to 2 and you go to 2. And then we're all on 2. That's what the idea behind it is. It's redemption trivia. So on our sports bet account...
Put your hand.
Actually, no, you know what I'm going to do here? I'll just let you win, Jackson. That way you get more shots than Jono.
I've got nothing to do with it because I'm not doing it this week. That's why the winner does the questions next week. And then if I get it right next week, I lose the shot or I get it added to me. That's why we swap the questions. So you just go through and do the questions. We've got our sports bet account where we put a big bet on. We have 2 bets each. We put it into a multi. And each bet that you get wrong, you get a practice golf ball hit at you with a driver the next time that we play golf. But this is redemption trivia. If you win, if you get 2 questions right out of the 3, you lose a shot at you and the other person gains it. You use your name as a buzzer. And if you answer the question, if you say your name and you answer the question wrong, the other person gets a free hit at what the answer might be. They can listen to more of the question. You can listen to the question all the way through and then make your question. The way that I've set it up is that I'll do the question and then it'll slowly get easier as to what it is. If you want to forfeit and say, I don't know, or forfeit it, the other person automatically wins.
What about if they don't know it either?
It's the first person to say, I forfeit.
Don't know the answer.
The first person that says, I give up, I've got a coin. I'm going to flip heads or tails. Hoover, heads or tails?
What does Hoover get to pick?
First one to say heads or tails.
Tails never fails.
All right,
yeah,
so
but I wanted
tails.
tails.
So Hoover picked it.
No, I wanted tails.
Hey, I want to see the coin before you flip it.
It's here.
Yeah, that looks like a 1958
tails. You won.
penny.
So, do you want to pick the first question, the first category, or do you want Zach to do it?
Whatever.
That's a forfeit. That's a forfeit.
That's exactly. That's a forfeit. No. Which one do you want to pick? And then the loser picks the next one.
Right.
So do you want to pick a category or do you want to pass it to Zach?
Yeah, I'd like to pick a category.
No,
I swear we're going to iron this out.
But it's like NRL. I want the winner to kick off.
We've got name this sport, name this team, or name this player.
I just got to phone a friend.
What was the second one?
You've got name this sport, name this team, name this player. You've got to get the full name correct.
Fucking hell. First one. Name this sport, wasn't it?
Name this sport?
Yep.
Full name correct.
Yep.
Name this sport. This sport consists of 2 teams of 11 players, 10 field players, and 1 keeper. The objective of the game is to put a ball into a net.
Zach.
Yeah.
Is this the round ball? Is this soccer?
No. Hoover. Hoover. You get to answer. There is unlimited substitutions. You cannot use your feet. You must use a stick to move the ball. This game is played on grass or synthetic turf. It can also be played indoors.
No.
You've got to get it exactly right.
Can you repeat the question?
Name this sport. The sport consists of 2 teams of 11 players, 10 field players, and 1 keeper. The objective of the game is to put a ball in a net. There is unlimited substitutions. You cannot use your feet. You must use a stick to move the ball. This game is played on grass or synthetic turf. It can also be played indoors. All right, because I'm going to give it to you because you said hockey, because you're probably not going to get the fact that it's field hockey. Because you can say hockey, it could be ice hockey. That's why I said it's got to be exact. All right, but I'll give that one to you.
No, that's not the full answer.
No,
No,
it is.
no.
That's right. Is that what you meant, though? You meant field hockey, didn't you?
Yeah, of course he's going to say yes now.
I'm giving it to Hoover.
Well, it's not ice hockey because ice hockey's only got five
Either
players.
way, Zach, is it soccer? I did that on purpose, and he only had to listen for 10 seconds more. He knew it was with a stick and you couldn't use your feet.
Soccer's got 13, don't they?
But, no, 11.
No.
Hoover also said, is it that Irish one? So that's the wrong answer.
I'd have no idea what he was talking about.
Talking about Gaelic football.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, don't they hit it with a stick?
No, it's like AFL with a soccer ball and soccer goals. All right, Zach.
Yeah.
Name this team or name this player.
Can you repeat the question?
And these two you do have to get exactly right.
We had to get the last one exactly right, but Hoover didn't have to.
He
didn't.
He said Ireland and he was on the right track. So
what the fuck's Ireland got to do with field hockey?
Everything.
Nothing.
Do you want to name this player or name this team? Player or
player.
Team? Player. I was born 20th of October, 1969 in Dune East, New South Wales. I've played 23 games for New South Wales Blues and 21 games for Australia. I also played for New South Wales and Australia Super League teams. I played my career at centre and 5'8". I played 246 games between 1987 and 2000, and I made my rep debut at the age of 18. It is an NRL player. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of his name.
Well, I did say New South Wales Blues. I have coached New South Wales in 2 stints in the NRL era. I have won a series. I have scored 87 tries, kicked 44 conversions, and 9 field goals. I was a one-club player with the Canberra Raiders.
Ricky Stewart.
Zach?
Is it Laurie Daly?
Yes, Laurie Daly. You know what? I would have got that at I was born in Junee. All right, so we've only got name this team.
The person ever to be born there.
All right, Hoover, make sure you say your name. You got to say your name, not someone else's.
Yeah, righto.
Name this team. It is an NRL team because I'm trying to make it easy so that you understand that this is a good thing. We joined the competition in 1967, but we were founded in 1963. We currently play in the NRL. We have 2 minor premierships, been runners-up twice, and winning 1 grand final. We have 3 wooden spoons. We currently have a women's team and a famous father-son combo that played for our club. We have played 27 finals games. Our colours are black, white, and blue.
Zach.
Yeah.
Cronulla Sharks.
Hoover.
What?
He didn't get it right.
He didn't get it right. Black, white, and blue. I'm trying to think of the teams now.
There'll be people screaming at their radios.
Keep going. Keep going with the...
That's all of it.
Oh, that's all of it. Black, white, and blue. That's their current colours.
Yeah, that's always been their colours. Our colours are black, white, and blue. We joined the competition in 1967.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
We were founded in 1963. We currently play in the NRL. We have 2 minor premierships and been runners-up twice and winning 1 grand final. We have 3 wooden spoons. We currently have a women's team. A famous father-son combo played for our club. Our colours are black, white, and blue. We have played 27 finals games.
I'm just trying to think of a team that's black, white, and blue. Other than the Sharks.
Maybe it is the Sharks. Maybe he just didn't get the name exactly right.
The Cronulla Sharks.
That's what I said.
He said Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah. Nah.
No, Cronulla Sharks was your answer.
Oh, go for it then.
Zach?
You can't be looking for Cronulla Sutherland Sharks.
Yeah. You left out the Sutherland.
Oh, fucking hell.
No.
Just like if it was Manly, it'd have to be Manly Warringah. I thought that was pretty good, to be honest.
No.
How was it? Hoover gets one of your shots. We're all on 2 now.
Guess what? You're going to get a hell of a lot more at me because I don't know shit about these.
Yeah.
Zach's got to come up with them next week.
Hoover, I'm going to go with Tiger Woods.
It doesn't have to be NRL. I was trying to make it NRL so it was easier. Hoover. Plus, you got a freebie because you didn't say field hockey.
It didn't matter. I still got a shot.
You would have whinged if you won it. All right.
So, if you get both your bets right, do you get one taken off then?
Zach?
What do you mean?
If you get both your bets right, if you get your 2 right, do you lose a shot?
What do I lose a shot for? I just won.
No, you'd lose.
No, just
you'd only have 1.
Nah.
No.
Oh, now I know what you mean. No.
No. Worth a try.
Why? You didn't get yours right. You picked the fucking Ravens.
Yeah.
I suppose you're going with the Ravens this week.
Do we keep it as it is and I just do it, or do you just want to swap around doing it and do it that way?
Well, how are you going to get shots against you?
Well, I think it's a concept that we will look at in the future, because at the moment I'm fucking that's swamped at work. I haven't got time to be fucking writing out trivia questions.
It literally took me 10 minutes when I got home from work.
No, it doesn't matter. I don't have minutes.
Mid-dinner.
I drive an
All I did was think of an answer. I just thought Laurie Daly, and I just went in and wrote out his Wikipedia.
Doesn't matter.
And just tried to make it obscure. That's why I start off with the year the Sharks came in. Do you think I know what the year the Sharks were introduced into the competition? No.
You made it sound believable.
I did, didn't I? I did pretty well, eh?
No, you didn't.
Ricky Stewart. Have you ever seen Ricky Stewart play in the centres?
Yeah.
When?
Doing all the time, mate.
This is why the Warriors don't win anything. They don't know what the positions are.
They don't need to know the positions.
And until you said Canberra, I was waiting for fucking Hoover to say Brad Fittler.
I was going to leave Canberra out of it completely, and the same with the red, white, and blue, because they're the only reason that you both knew what I was talking about.
The red, white, and blue?
Oh, sorry, the blue, white, and black.
You said black, white, and blue.
Who was the father-son combo that played for Cronulla?
E.T.
No. Zach? Don't know what I'm talking about? Steve Rogers, Matt Rogers? Both played for Cronulla.
It's probably something we can
think about.
No, I'm happy to write them out all the time and use two just do them.
But I'm still taking your shot, Hoover, taking my shot and giving it to you for this week.
All right, we're all on 2. I've lost my pen.
3. You're on 3.
I've got 3. I'll do the trivia, and I've got 3. You both have 2. I'll come up with the trivia, and you 2 come up with a way for me to earn me points off.
The PS Portal, there now, you can play it as a normal PlayStation.
It doesn't have to be connected anymore.
I think you've still got to be connected to a PS5 to initiate it all, but you no longer have to have your PS5 turned on. I can take it away for work with me and play it.
Yeah.
So that was in the update the other day. I've got to update it to double check it all, and I just haven't had time.
The only thing I wanted to say on gaming this week was Project Motorsport. Not getting around it at all. I played 5 hours of it and I just can't get into it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the depth of the career mode. Maybe it'll make a difference once I have my steering wheel after Christmas when I can finally use it. But at the moment, very disappointed in that game. And that's why I was saying to you, I paid full price for that game. And that's why I was going to ask you, is how many hours in a game do you think you get value out of your money? A full price $100 game. I know there's games that are cheaper, but...
This is my big thing with the digital versions. EB Games, you used to be able to take your games back. And
trade in, yeah.
But you could return them and say it wasn't what I thought it was.
You can return on the PlayStation Store. I don't want to give it back. I want to see what improvements, because there is aspects to it that I really do like, and
but you could.
It's just the career mode.
It's been
like I can still play it. It might be really good online. It's just the career mode doesn't have the depth that I'd like into it, because there's no. All you're working towards is just a single weekend where you pick where you want to go to. It costs you money. Yeah, you've got to pay for damage and stuff. But the way the AI is set up at the moment, it's very hard to. I think because I've got to turn the level up a little bit, because I've got it set on 75 or something, but I keep getting ahead by like 20 seconds in half a race. And that's too far. But I fucked up and missed a corner and hit a wall, and it bent it out of shape, and I couldn't drive it properly. So I had to make a pit stop, which is a really good thing. I like that part of it, that you have to go and you have to go into the pits. But when you actually go into the pits, I'm used to, Gran Turismo, it just automatically does it, goes, changes everything, off you go. This one, you've got to line it up and stop in the right spot like you would with racing. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. But it didn't register that I was stopped in the right spot, and I ended up 45 seconds behind everyone, and I just couldn't catch them again. That is a good aspect of it. It's just that you go around, you earn money to unlock cars so you can enter other races, but outside of that, there's not really any incentive to keep playing it unless you want to play in those classes. But at the same time, when you start your career, you can work from a rookie and have less money, and you can only buy 2 cars. Or you can go a mid-range where you can afford half of the cars. Or you can go, I've got all the money, I can buy any car that I want to. So you can start in any category that you want to. I put the level all the way up just to do a race to see what the difference was. And the driving, there was no difference. It's just the AI is a little bit quicker. I think they were 2 seconds quicker than me at 100%. And there's no restarts. You can't restart the game or the race. But at the same time, you can't have the option there of, all right, I only want to play at 85%, but I don't want to restart any races, so that if I do fuck up, I pay the consequences of it, because I can go in there and restart.
Well, that just comes down to your own self.
I understand that, but the depth in it's just not what I want it to be. I just feel there should be. See, one of my favourite games would be V8 Supercars. That had a story mode to it, and you earned contracts, and you did time trials to try and earn a contract with a team and all that. That's one of my favourite racing games because of that career mode. That's all I remember of that career mode. I can't remember what the driving was like in it. And obviously, I like Gran Turismo because I've always played Gran Turismo, and I just really like it. And I'm really looking forward to getting my steering wheel and trying it with the VR to see how realistic it does feel. That's all I wanted to say about that. That it's not interesting to me. I'll sit there, drive around while I'm watching the races. I went and ended up playing Battlefield for 2 days anyway, because that interested me way more. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because I've got another game there that's caught me interest compared to the other one. All right, predictions this week. Our predictions brought to you by Crosshair Pipe and Excavation. For all your pipe excavation and poly welding or general needs, head over there to their Facebook page and see if Zach can help you out.
Both of mine are NFL. 2 ones.
Are you sticking with the Cowboys?
One is the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. And then the other one is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I had to add them in. I just thought I'd spice it up a bit. Yeah, they're my 2.
What are your predictions, Zach?
So this week, also on the NFL, for one of mine, I'm on the Buccaneers to win this week. Yeah, I was looking to stay strong with the Patriots, but they don't play this Friday like everyone else. But yeah, I think Buccaneers too strong for New Orleans Saints this week. And the other one is I'm going to get on Chelsea to beat Leeds. Yeah, Chelsea to win over Leeds and the Buccaneers to beat the Saints. And my 2 this week.
Newcastle United to beat Tottenham in the EPL. The Los Angeles Rams to beat the Arizona Cardinals.
How many strikes you want? 3.
Yeah, apparently.
Put it on 5. Just go straight to 5, mate. Do yourself a favour. We won't even add your 2.
No, go to 5. Yeah, go to 5, but just pick up 2 other teams.
The Newcastle Tottenham game could quite. It's one of them. Newcastle are one of those teams that it can go either way. If they turn up and play, they can really put on a clinic. And Tottenham are much the same. Just depends on which team gets off the bus. As for the whoever else you said, Cardinals,
LA Rams over the Cardinals.
Yeah,
I actually was looking at the Rams myself earlier, but I don't know too much about where either team are really sitting. We'll see how it goes.
In my defense with the Ravens,
this shit.
Like, I didn't know that Burrows was going to come back this week, so I thought he was out for another week.
Yeah. Well, you can put your $5 one on now, Hoover.
I can.
And Johnson can put his. You just wait, Johnson, because otherwise they'll fucking.
There's $17 in there now. There's 2 bets on.
All ones on?
So you've got fucking hell, Hoover. What did you back?
Well, Sydney Thunder girls.
Aston Villa over Brighton. Not too. Either team could turn up and win that. Villa's one of them teams. I can get around Villa. The Cowboys. Detroit Lions. I don't know. Yeah, they travel in the last 5, 3 losses, 2 wins. Yeah. What are you getting on, Johnson?
I'll put mine in.
Why isn't it coming up?
It's slow.
Yeah, there it is. You reckon Australia's going to beat England before we record next?
Yeah.
If it goes to all 5 days, it'll be getting played. I'll be watching it as we're recording it.
No, we won't, because it's dark when we record.
Guess what? It's a pink test. It's a day-night test at the game.
I didn't know that.
Starts Thursday. That's why it says Thursday, 3 o'clock. Johnson.
What?
You've just fucked me up. You've put in your bet. Now they're going to lose.
I nearly put the Colts to beat the Jaguars, but dickhead picked the Jaguars. You know, the Colts won the second most games out of anyone in the NFL.
Nah.
You keep saying that the Cowboys are going to lose. And you
heaps to cut out this week. Thanks for that. It's making me job harder.
Another segment.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that couldn't figure it out.
You're the one that couldn't figure out your bets and sat there for the last 15 minutes looking for bets.
Yeah, but I can delete all that. I can delete it.
We let you go through all the questions, not for our benefit, but for the listeners' benefit.
That's right.
No, because you fucked up to start with, and you tried to jump in and say it was soccer because I set it up like that, so you'd think it was soccer.
Even if I waited,
and then realised if you listen to the whole question, you got a better chance at it.
It doesn't matter. Even if you said the next sentence about the stick, I would have got it wrong.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I would have went with lacrosse.
Why would I make it lacrosse? Does Hoover even know what lacrosse is?
Yeah, lacrosse. Fucking run around with a stick. Yeah, that's right. They run around with a stick shooting in the net.
I had a look the other day. It's $44 for lacrosse on PlayStation.
I have looked at that game before, but no.
I think a European handball was fucking $1.30.
But I think 7 Days to Die, the console version, I think it's available on PS4
for free.
I don't know if it's free or not because when I go in there,
you can get 7 Days to Die PS4. We've got the PS5 one. You can do the PS4 one. It's just the graphics aren't as good and it's not as smooth.
But Hoover might be able to look at it. He might be able to get around it this weekend. Up with his gamer tag and said all that. You can use.
I changed mine this week.
No, you didn't. Changed it back.
No, I didn't change it back.
You did.
I've been heaps of things, but I haven't been what I am now.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
No, I use that for me tipping and stuff. I'm just Raven Knight 232.
You used to be Raven Knight on PlayStation before.
No,
I'm fucking telling you have because you're a weird cunt.
No, I haven't.
You have.
I swear I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I only just come up with it.
No, he really didn't.
Anyway, have you got anything else this week, or what are you getting up to this week other than Zach will be watching the Ashes. We're playing some games because we're going to try and record some YouTube episodes. I've set up the channel. I'm just waiting for YouTube to get back to me.
It's Amanda's Christmas party this weekend too.
I'm doing Christmas shopping on Monday.
I've
got to go to Mum's Saturday.
See you later.
All right. I guess that's bye from us.
Thank you for joining Zach Hoover and I on the Incoherent Podcast. If you'd like to follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from, also head over to our Facebook page and follow us there. We're also on Instagram, the Incoherent Podcast. Thank you. Bye.